The enforcement of promissory estoppel requirements varies by state and occurs when an employer entices an employee or prospective employee to take an action by promising a reward. The employee then takes the action, but the employer doesn't provide the reward. Contract law generally requires that a person receive consideration for making a promise or agreement. Legal consideration is a valuable asset exchanged between two parties to a contract at the time of a promise or agreement. Unlike breach of contract, promissory estoppel enforces promises without a contract. To succeed, an employee must show that the employer made an unambiguous promise that the employer reasonably expected the employee to rely upon and that the employee then relied on the promise. For example, a candidate working in Georgia interviewed for a job in California and received a job offer from the employer with a higher salary and relocation expenses. The candidate accepted and immediately quit their job, ended their tenancy, and began relocation to California. However, when they arrived, they were told that the job was no longer available or had a significant salary reduction. If the promise was clear, specific, and reasonable, the employee acted on the promise. In that case, the employer may be required to pay equivalent damages or follow through on the promised reward. There are 4 requirements for promissory estoppel. 1, the employer made an unambiguous, clear promise. 2, the employee acted in reliance on the employer's promise. 3, the employee's reliance was reasonable and foreseeable. And 4, the employee suffered an injury due to reliance on the employer's promise. Reliance damages are based on what it would cost to restore the employee to their economic position before they relied on the broken promise. In contrast, expectation damages are based on the cost of putting the injured employee in the same position as if the promise had been fulfilled.